It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, ladies and gentlemen. What's your another edition to another storm of hashtag Faith the Black? I am the host, Dalla Monte here with my bra, my counterpart, the man that wants all the smoke, ladies and gentlemen, Beach Johnson, and literally all the smoke. But
AKA call me Jimmy Status.
Beast, the reason why I started showing that excited. Tomorrow is my birthday. Oh my gosh, it's gonna be 30.
Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. I'm gonna be 34. 34 come tomorrow. 34.
I thought you about to say you about to be 30. You about to say you young bastard?
Yeah, I wish I could turn 21 again, but you know, hey. But Beast, ladies and gentlemen, this is how I know I got a good panel. Is when I don't have a topic. And we talked before the show. And then all of a sudden, we get a topic to talk about. And this is thanks to Beast. I think we going to talk about, even though he's going to talk about it in his opening statement, which he is going to be first. But we got to address this this whole mentality. Let's call it like it is. This whole mentality that is turning into, as we say in the military, a MOS, but in the civilian world, it's becoming a career, and it needs to be addressed, and it needs to be talked about. We're not coming from any experience whatsoever, but as Beast alluded to when we was talking, that he's a very visual person, and I would like to say that I was very visual when I was like, let's say, 8th grade and on, where I started to actually see people for what they are and just stay in the as they say, stay in the cut and just watch everything happen. And I was like, you know what, we should go ahead and talk about that. But anything else you want to talk about before you go in your opening statement?
Nah, don't at Donnell, at me. All you feminist and estrogen enlightened individuals that may feel some kind of way about a lot of my comments and personal rhetoric, at me, at the Savage Soul, same as my Cash App, which you can also supply and donate as person. But yeah, got problems? Bring it here and bring a cigar so I can smoke that shit up.
Hey, I wish I had a cigar right now, but you know what? Let's let the fireworks begin, because Beast, you are up for opening statement, which is sponsored by Real Cheddar Boy Popcorn. They will sponsor the whole entire show. We'd like to thank them once again.
So first off, I smoke, so fuck off. But seriously, I've always been the type, when I say I've been a visual person growing up, I mean, I've always just had a interest and an affinity for the outward perspective and presentation of life, whether it be graphic, visual, media, just how things are presented. So I remember growing up in high school and really getting introduced to Photoshop and seeing what you could do with normal pictures and how you could manipulate them to your desire and whim. So to see the dilemma epidemic we're in right now with people altering their appearances on a whim doesn't surprise me. But what still surprises me is the amount of people who are still befuddled and confused and naively believe that anything presented online, especially a visual, is that indeed. Just go online and type in catfish compilations, and you will see multitude of brothers and sisters who were catfished. They went in thinking that they was going to go on a date with a girl looking like Janet Jackson. Got to the door and this bitch was built bigger than Freddie Jackson. But she had that Zaza, so we smoked. That's pretty much the whole video. And you see a lot of them. Now, when you're telling you social media models, just be a hoe and call it what it is. And to you brothers, if she look good, cool. But if all her fucking pictures look good, even the most random ass picture, if she just look bad in every fucking picture, that bitch fake as hell, bro. I don't know how your brains think, but both my brains think equally and competitively. And neither one of them is trying to get embarrassed or waste time and energy on fruitless endeavors. So the upper and lower brain always go into things very logically and rationally when dealing with the fair sex. Because the last thing you want to do as a hunter is to waste time and effort out in the wilderness, out in the fields, looking for that 10-point buck, thinking you got yourself a 10-point buck, but you got some 7-pound jackrabbit that some jackass just happened to paint and glue on 10-point buck antlers too. You done wasted all that time, all that effort, all those resources. I mean, you still gonna kill it. You still gonna take it. Kills the kid. But you ain't gonna enjoy it. It's never gonna feel right. And you can never truly say you got yourself a 10-point buck. Because deep down you know you did. So I just want people like just really pay attention when we see stuff out here, especially brothers. There's not a single motherfucker on this earth that looks beautiful 100% of the time. I just need you to look cute at 3 o'clock in the morning when you got that good bit of dry spit up on the side of your lip. I just need you to be cute. That's it. I don't need you to be fucking flawless. If you out, ladies, you out here thinking you need to be flawless in order to get our attention, ask yourself this question. The type of men that usually give you that type of attention, are they the type of men that you really want to have in your life long term or truly find benefit versus actual effort? If you say no to both of them, you might want to change what you do so you can attract more beneficial men into your life. Change your vision. If you paint yourself up like a whore, you can't be mad if everybody treats you like a whore. That is the portrait you paint. And with that, I yield the floor.
And just to add on to what Beach was saying, this is why I only like the quiet ones. This is why I only like the bookworms. But other than that, y'all know who this is. It's Nicki Minaj. Oh yeah. I know she got a big fan base, but I mostly remember her getting destroyed by Remy Ma, but that's distant history. So, as y'all may know, she's in hot water. And like the old saying go, fill my cup up till it runneth over with the next information that I just found out. So, the reason why she's in hot water is because she put out a tweet basically stating that her cousin, because I kept hearing news saying that was her brother, it's actually her cousin, apparently is vaccinated, but got an allergic reaction from it. Apparently, that allergic reaction is not, the swelling of the face or swelling of the hands or, cough, sinuses, whatever. She said that one of his balls swelled. Now, since the vaccine been put out and people been getting vaccinated, you have people who are vaccinated, then you have the unvaccinated, and then you got the anti-vaxxers. Let's not put unvaccinated people with the anti-vax. I've been explaining the difference. I'm not going to do it on this segment. But there also have been a lot of celebrities that have been calling out people to get vaccinated. And then, unfortunately, people that I follow, celebrities that have been running their mouths and showing, videos of these doctors saying that it's not good to take the vaccination, which are just completely dumb and stupid. But anyways, unfortunately, Nicki Minaj falls into that category. So, I'm sorry, I'm trying to hold my laughter. The information got because look, Nicki Minaj got 22 million followers. That's me and Beast followings of all of our social media. Not even combined, won't even touch how many people that she reached out to. But for her to say something that irrational and saying, well, I'm not going to get vaccinated, I'm going to do my research, it's kind of disingenuous to me. Or disingenuous for anybody to say that I'm going to do my research. So, not trying to go too far up track. I just want to hit this point, and then I'm going to get to the backlash that she received from this. For her to, or anybody who ever used that type of logic, if you get a headache, I mean, the excruciating headache, like somebody just whacked you up the side of your head with a thick 4x4. Are you just going to just will it away and just think it that it's going to go away? Or you're going to go to your medicine cabinet and get some Advil or some Tylenol? If y'all smart, I won't say smart, majority of y'all will go to your medicine cabinet and get some Advil or some Tylenol. But what I'm getting at is, do y'all actually look at the ingredients? I mean, let's be for real. If you want to sit there and say, let's do research on this vaccine and see what's in there, do you do with everything else? When you go to McDonald's, do you wonder what's in your beef patty? What's in your burger? What's in that fish? Why is that Coca-Cola tasting so good? That's another thing. You go to the store, you buy Powerade and Gatorade and honey buns, but do you actually look at the ingredients? A lot of y'all like to buy those 40s, but y'all don't look on the back of the freaking label and see the ingredients that's put in those 40s. Bud Lights, Miller Lights. Look here, I love me some bacon, but I'm not gonna sit there and waste my time looking at all the ingredients what's in the freaking in a pack of freaking bacon. But I'm going too far off the track. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you have to do your research on this vaccine, I expect you to do your research on everything else that you put in your body or keep around you. Because you can't do it one and just expect a different result with the others. But for Nicki Minaj to put out this irrational post proves my point that if you put yourself out there on Jump Street, you deserve as much as the rocks and the roses being thrown at you. And that's what she's receiving right now. And I believe there was Joy Reid from MSNBC actually called her out because she said she's a fan. And to paraphrase what she would say it's irresponsible for her to do a post like that with that many followers, which is actually not in fact, that's the truth. And then Nicki Minaj has some posts that she was coming back at Joy Reid. And the crazy thing is about Nicki Minaj doing this is that that's like us doing a story, any story that people want us to report on here and not doing our due diligence and researching and doing our investigation on the story, rather than what they just told us, rather than, getting more information. And that's what Nicki Minaj did. And now she was playing victim. I don't care who you are. If you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. But if you do put your foot in your mouth, Be ready for the consequences as well as the good consequence. People that's going to be, and don't look, I guarantee you, there's a lot of freaking anti-vaxxers that agree with her. That probably wasn't a fan of her before, but now fans of her now. That was supporting, like, yeah, sister, that's why I believe everything you said. And then you got all the other people, as she said, people are bullying people to get vaccinated. I'm sorry if you got people that is caring for your well-being and as well as everybody else, because there is a deadly disease out here. Sorry, but people are literally dying, Nicki Minaj. If you haven't came out your mansion as much. But when you put your foot in your mouth, you better get ready for those rocks. Those tomatoes, the celeries, and all that stuff. And you worry about getting bullied because you want to do more research on the vaccine. Now you got to worry about getting scrutiny over a stupid, irrational post. Which leads me to this. When Beast was doing his opening statement, Mediaite, who's an independent news site that I follow on Instagram, listen to this headline. Nicki Minaj suspended from Twitter after announcing she's taking an enlarged testicle crusade to the White House. Let me read that again. Nicki Minaj suspended from Twitter after announcing she's taking an enlarged testicle crusade to the White House. In the words of Kevin Samuels, you can't make this shit up. For anybody who said that we can't trust what the things that come out of celebrities' mouths and they just need to stick to what their profession is, every day I am coming close to believing that. If I gave a percentage right now, I would say 40% right now I'm agreeing with that statement. Luckily, 60% of me is still saying that celebrities should be speaking out on what's been going on in society, period. But then you got people like Nicki Minaj that make it worse for people to even hold credibility to celebrities when they try to care for their fellow man and woman. But Nicki Minaj, this is a perfect time for you, just like the baby, to sit your happy asses down, think about your lives, get with a reasonable PR. I don't know who your PR person is, but you need to fire their asses. Or if that PR person was trying to talk some sense into you, maybe it's time for you to sit down and listen to your PR person for now on, before making stupid posts. You got a big platform. A great big platform compared to me and Beast and anybody else on this panel. Because you don't understand that tweet could have gotten somebody killed. Could have had somebody who was about to take the vaccine think twice about it. And they could get COVID and their body can't fight it off. This is more than just consequences. These people's lives that are in jeopardy. Because out of your 22 million followers, there are a lot of them that follow you blindly without questioning it. So the lesson in this, ladies and gentlemen, is this. If you have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. And if you do, you deserve as much as the rocks and the roses thrown at you. Let's go ahead and get into this show. It's going to be a doozy. Yeah, man, I had to do it, man. I mean, I had to do it.
It's funny though, because the whole time I was thinking you were talking about the other reason why folk was mad about her not doing the VMAs because it was in Barclays Stadium, and someone jokingly made the statement about the rumor about her husband being the registered sex offender and making the whole pedophile joke, and then it didn't turn into a joke because someone actually Googled a Chuck E. Cheese is close enough in the vicinity of the Barclays Stadium. Like, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, about that, as they would say.
Oh, yeah, you don't have to tell them. You don't tell them that another day.
Yeah. So let's get into it. So I'm gonna let you lead into this story. So I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna put my 2 cents up in there. So basically, gentlemen, we're gonna talk about mainly these Instagram thoughts, not thoughts, more thoughts that I ain't gonna lie. I follow like a handful of them. I need to stop.
I do. I ain't gonna lie. It's something good to look at. I never comment. Never catch me in the DMs.
Never. Thirsty. I'm telling you. Sometimes I think Instagram is like a Sahara Desert. They're just looking for something to drink on. But other than that,
camel tongue, cotton mouth.
Oh my gosh, yuck mouth! I'm saying, man, dehydrated. So we got a lot of these Instagram models. First of all, they're pretending the lifestyle that is not. People thinking that that's their Ferrari. Right. Pretend that there's Ferrari. Yes. Do they twerk? Yes. Do they dress scantily clad? Yes. Do they say a lot of things that they should just keep their mouth shut on? Yes. Do a lot of people mess with them? Yes. Mainly people with money, people with influence. And what I mean by influence, I'm not only just talking about celebrities, because you got people that get with like millionaires, multi-millionaires, billionaires, entrepreneurs, and realtors have babies by them. And have babies by them. So the reason why, and the reason why, not only because me and Beast talked about it, and Beast really wanted to talk about it on the show, the reason why we need to bring it up is because this is a pandemic that nobody's talking about. It is a pandemic. I mean, just think about it. You are a young athlete. I'm gonna use PJ Jones for example, even though I can see
P. Walker or Washington.
PJ Walker, whatever they. But I knew his name is PJ.
Boy from the Hornets.
Yeah. So this cat, you got drafted to this NBA team. I think it's with the Charlotte Hornets, I believe. I could be wrong, but he's drafted to the NBA. He's there. Okay, cool. You got a rookie deal. You gonna make what, $40 million on your contract alone, something like that. You make a lot of money, and then you see, like my dad said, the first piece of ass you see, or you've been with Brittany for a while, or she just got with you when you signed the contract. First of all, if I was him, because I already told y'all, I go for bookworms, the quiet ones. But
they the ones to get that.
If you get with any female of a stature of Brittany Rayner, you should be doing your research. Because I'm like this. This may sound crazy for me. It goes back to what you were saying, you open the statement, Beast. If you're looking fine right now, I'm going on Instagram. I'll be like, what's your Instagram? Let me follow you. I'm looking on your damn Instagram. Because one thing I'm looking is how many pictures that you take. How do you look? Do you have any normal pictures? No makeup? Yeah, normal pictures. How many pictures that you don't have no makeup on? How many other dudes are being shown in your picture? How many pictures that don't have you with dudes? What are suspicious pictures? And ladies and gentlemen, when I'm talking about suspicious pictures, if you see them taking pictures next to a brand new, nice Mercedes, you know she can't afford that. Either she got a sugar daddy or she rented that from a sugar daddy. Or
no, she had a sugar daddy. If a dude did it, he rented it. She did it, sugar did it.
Right. So these are the factors, a whole lot of factors that you have to look out for, because it's just sad where also, and this also happens not only in the NBA. People got to understand this not only happens in the NBA, this happens in the NFL too, where even my girlfriend, she even caught it, where one of the players, you know, the girlfriend, the boyfriend, they have their special little sweet little hand clap, you know, before the game or after a game. And my girlfriend was like, I showed this one video of a rookie player, his first year, goes over there after a win, dapped her up, did the thing, kissed her, and she was like, hold up, wait a minute. I thought she was with such and such. I'm like, yeah, like, what? She was like, yeah, last year she was with this one dude. But she was like, yeah, I understand. She gets around. And I'm like, oh shit. It's something if your own girlfriend recognizes it. I'm telling you, it's just crazy. I mean, it just blow my mind. But hopefully, I'm not blowing up the spot for you too much, Beast, because I know this is a subject you want to hit hard into. But I just want to get my 2 cents about it.
You right there where you need to be. This is a subject that is hard for men to talk about because it's hidden under the guise of feminine sexual empowerment. Okay, ladies. As an individual that has always been privy and fancies himself a history buff, you know, I like to learn things and just be knowledgeable. Mm-hmm. True sexual awakening, expressionism, and freedom is usually found from the former porn stars. These are the women that truly understand and can grammatically articulate sex and make it sound damn near poetic. Like, I've seen doctors of sex that are former porn stars, and I've seen their work. But to hear them talk about basically their work was spoken in such an intellectual fashion that despite the fact that I have thoughts of their work going through my head, I don't feel any sensation from it because I'm actually listening to what they're saying because they're actually saying something we're fucking listening to.
Right. Yeah, that's a great point because it's just like meeting your favorite celebrity, you know? You would think that they keep that same energy, that same, you know, grit, that personality that they have either on the court, on the field, on their off time, and you just realize, man, this dude is chill as fuck. Like, damn, you know, he's like, hey, you know, you got those celebrities that be like, hey, man, I take a picture with you. You know what? Bring your wife over here. Or they even invite you to sit at a table. Like, I remember my major, he was talking about a picture of a Hall of Famer of one of his favorite teams who were just sitting down at the bar, you know, with the Super Bowl ring and nobody. Cool. I mean, like, a lot of people won't recognize like old school guys unless you really know sports. And he goes over there. He was like, hey, man, you know, I was wondering if I could get a picture with you. Like, you recognize me? He was like, yeah. Dude was cool with him. He said, you know what? And he was in uniform. He said, hey, you in uniform? He said, you know what? Thank you for your service. You know what? Have a seat with me. Hey, whatever he gets is on me. And you got people like that just take you off guard and realize how humble they are. And I'm not just talking about the ones that are conceited and that they just, you know, they got arrogance about them. But you do have those ones that just take you off guard. And I'm happy that you brought up the porn star one because seeing interviews with porn stars, you got some that regret it, and then you got some that don't regret it because he's like, look, it was a job, it was a career, it made me a lot of money.
But I'm glad you spoke on that too. So any female that is listening to this or might run across this can understand that we understand that just because you want to portray yourself like this in a public visage does not mean this is who you are private. We understand and acknowledge that. It is your actions and your candor that truly give us an understanding of your character. So in the case of PJ and Brittany Reiner, I'm going to repeat what I told him earlier. When I first saw dolled up IG version, she looked damn near Cambodian and black or some weird combination. See her with no makeup, she looked like a nappy-headed pickaninny off the yard. You could tell got a white daddy.
I think her mom's white.
You can just tell.
Yeah, her mom's white. So I'm taking that her dad is her mom's white. So I'm guessing her dad is someone that's either black or Cambodian or whatever he is.
Now see, I was trying to give
trying to give her the benefit of the doubt.
I'm trying to give the father the benefit of the doubt because if the mama's white, then we definitely see where this Karen energy is coming from. But it's trying to be portrayed on some finessing. Look here, ladies. Get your money. Look here. Get your money. Brothers, get your money. As a man, as a brother, as a survivor and hustler who has had to sell some shit and sell some people, make sure the rent got paid. Not gonna knock your hustle. I will knock any fucking hustle that has a detriment to unintended casualties or manufactures unintended casualties. In the case of what she and a lot of you little bitches be doing, thinking it's cool to get knocked up by 3 or 4 different dudes, or as I say in one video, bitch said have babies by at least 6 different dudes, have one baby by at least 6 different dudes, and have all your bills taken care of by child support. She says you get more money for having a child with multiple men versus having multiple children with one man. And the bitch broke down the fucking math and everything. No, there's fucking children involved.
Yeah.
All right. I say the same shit to niggas that want to trap out their house at the same time they taking care of their 2-year-old. Bruh, either have that motherfucker meet you in the back and I'll serve him, or just wait till your baby mama get shouted. Don't be doing that shit with the kid here. Cause Lord forbid the fucking police pop up. I can take a drug charge. I can take just being in the fucking wrong place at the wrong time. But I ain't about to take no child endangerment charge. Fuck that.
Yeah. And you gotta go through a time. Yeah. Go through a time trying to
you purposely putting kids involved. Like you're telling these girls and these young ladies that it is fiscally beneficial and physically benevolent on your part to just fucking get pregnant, which kind of goes against the whole feminist movement anyway, which is supposed to be empower women to not just be barefoot and pregnant. But what you're doing is telling women, go be barefoot and pregnant, just make sure the government know first. That way they can cut you a check.
Right. To tell you the truth, to add on to that, Beast, it's turning into a career. Let's call it like it is. They're turning
that's how she
into a career.
Like this little girl, Brittany,
I
seen a couple of videos. This bitch is giving Tony Robbins level, points and standards on how to finesse dudes and how to subtly. I seen one video where this bitch said, "Am I toxic for doing this to my boyfriend?" And she basically said, if you have a dude spend the night at your house, footnote, side note, sidebar, this is the most evilest shit I've ever heard. Ladies, if y'all really capable of doing some shit like that, then allow me to retort Kevin Samuels. Get you a couple fucking dogs and die alone. You evil, troglodyte bitches. Because this heifer had the nerve to say, if a man spends the night at your house, fucking voodoo Creole kids don't even do this shit. Put nicotine patches on his legs or on his feet if he sleeps with no socks. Make sure to remove them before he wakes. Yeah. Oh, it gets deeper. Get ready for the rabbit hole. The nicotine, because if you're on nicotine, it supplements that and weans you off of it. But if you're not, it simulates it and kind of puts you on the wagon for it. So if the dude don't smoke and you putting nicotine patches on him while he's sleeping at your house after already probably busting a good nut, at least one. Now he in that deep coma-like sleep. Now you're drugging him in his sleep, filling his body with extra dopamine and endorphins. That psychologically, because he doesn't know consciously that there's nicotine in his system. Yeah. So psychologically and subconsciously, he is attributing this euphoric drug-like feeling to your presence. So when he's not with you, i.e. not on the fucking nicotine patches, the nigga start going through withdrawal. He start getting irritable and angry. Wow. He don't feel the same way he do. He's like, man, maybe I just need to go to old girl house, man. She get me, man. I feel better when I'm over there anyway. Not knowing this bitch drugging you after y'all fuck. No, you evil bitch. You got evil. Got to say it like a cartoon.
Wow. Yes. That's nuts.
And you women wonder why men overall said fuck relationships and fuck marriage. Long as I take care of my kids is on my insurance, and the people I know gonna take care of my kids when I'm gone on my insurance, I don't give a fuck about none of that other shit. Because it's not in my benefit as a man anyway if things go left. And my emotions get involved in it, oh well. If her emotions get involved in it, I lose 75% of my shit. Now to the brothers, to the gentlemen, to the boys. Stop fucking thinking what you did. We all have one. Yes, it's a powerful, very, very persuasive individual. But guess what? There's a reason why it only gave him one eye and no ears. He don't see the shit we see. He don't have to hear the shit we hear. So don't be so fucking gung-ho to make him happy when you up here is going through a psychological existential breakdown, having the midlife crisis at 21 because your dick loves toxic bitches, but your brain and your heart got fucking sense. But you want to listen to your dick. Hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea. And there's at least a 2 to 4 to 1 ratio women versus men in the world. In the world, Craig.
Mm-hmm. Not just the sea, but the world, Craig.
In the world. That means if this toxic heifer, think of it as machine gun method. This is what my man used to do before he got married. If every room you walk into got 100 bitches of your personal preference and delight, and all you got to do is say hey to every last one of them, because you're guaranteed at least 33 1/3% to actually acknowledge you and respond to you. And from there, you could drop it back 50% of that, so roughly 16 to just under 17% will actually engage you to the point of physical intimacy. 17% out of 100% confirmed pussy. 100%. That's 17 women. Possible 18. I might have to, pay for it. Or, treat her. Might have to treat her. But yeah, at 100. Oh yeah, I like the odds. I can do that. Yeah. So, bitch, if you don't like me, maybe your friend do. If your friend don't,
Right.
maybe her cousin do. If her cousin don't, maybe her mama do. And if her mama don't, maybe your grandmama do. Your grandmama still got that strong hip to be 70. I'm just saying. Point being,
Hey, look.
I ain't worried about, because ladies, this is what y'all don't understand. The sexiest and the most beautiful moment to a man looking at a woman is when you ain't dolled up. Early in the morning, y'all just woke up. It's
Breath
the weekend. Breath stink. Y'all lounging around. It's Sunday afternoon, and y'all been on a 3-day weekend chilling. So she ain't washed her ass about 2 days. You ain't washed your ass about 3. But you just look over at her, and she look at you, and you just think to yourself, God damn, she fucking beautiful. And then you think about how she look dolled up. I know she fucking. Hey, come here.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we like. That's
Yes.
and y'all real women out here, y'all know what the fuck I'm talking about. Y'all IG models don't know. And for y'all people out here understanding why we have it, what's the issue with that? Let me allow you some lyrics from a bard by the name of Mr. Wayne Braska. It's a simple song. It's called 40. And we ain't talking about OE. But I'm regaled of a point where he says, what was it he said? Oh, yes. See you on the bus stop, but you hot on IG. 100,000 followers, bank account on empty. Now you twerking on live and you stripping on the weekend with your bad weed. Turning tricks on the side for 40. 40. You ain't got to work hard just at 220. 20. It's 20 for the whole thing. 20 for some sloppy. She get the sloppy. All the Instagram hoes were 40. Sad to say, but there's a lot of truth to that song. Like Donnell was saying, that faking the phone, that fake it till you make it, keeping up with the Joneses mentality has just evolved globally through digital means. But we need to understand, get your money, like I said before. But ladies, all this right here eventually gonna go to shit.
Yeah.
Depending on how you the Shaka Khans, the Eartha Kitts, the Pam Greirs, you know how they went the Jamie Lee Curtises. You know how they went so many fucking decades being considered bad as fuck, deep into their senior life. I mean, hell, all of them vision, like facial wise, they ain't start looking like grandmas till after they 70s. That means for the first 70 years of it, for 50 years straight, every man in the world was like, "Oh yeah, she can get it." Who?
Put Janet Jackson.
You goddamn right.
Yeah. Put Janet Jackson up in that game. Janet Jackson. Looks like she never aged a day.
Before she done got some work done now. So before she left and pulled the Michael and left America, definitely agree. Agree.
We got the Vivica Foxes, and then my girl freaking Halle Berry. Chloe have mercy.
No, mine. I agree with Comic Ryan Davis. Nia Long.
Yes. I actually watched
Nia Long. Nia Long is so fucking fine. Her name rhymes in every song. And I didn't mean for it to do it just then. That's how fucking beautiful she is.
Nia Long, I'm telling you, she it's funny. I actually watched the movie In Too Deep, where she starred in there with Omar
I
Epps and
forgot she was
LL
in
Cool
that shit.
J, and Pam Grier was in that
God,
movie. Since you brought it up, um,
God.
finally finished that damn movie. I remember watching it a long time ago, but I remember I didn't finish it, and I finally finished it. But to
For
go
certain
on to what you
reasons.
were, yeah, but to go on to what you were saying, this is why you got people like Kevin Samuels out there right now. This is why the red pill exists. This is why the manosphere exists. It's because of this. And to kind of push back on the feminist thing, I may not agree with everything, but guess what? I understand. I understand. It's just when it
I
goes to saying,
acknowledge, I accept,
yeah, I
and I
not
understand.
right. I understand. But when you got some extreme feminists that says all these things about men and how we ain't this, how we ain't shit, how we ain't that, I'm like, okay, now you pushing, you taking it too far. Which that's the same issue that I have with the manosphere. The manosphere just take us being men too far to the point where I'm like, yo, I gotta give that same energy to y'all too. Y'all saying the same exact things that the extreme feminists are saying. They're saying we could do good without a man, and y'all saying we could do good without the women. And I'm like,
That's a goddamn
whoa,
lie.
okay, yeah, that's. I'm like, hold up, wait a minute. First of all,
That's blasphemy.
ladies,
That is blasphemy and
right,
sacrilegious.
right.
This
No,
is a Christian house around here. We don't speak that.
so this is why I say to both sides, and I will say this and I put my foot down. When I hear women say, "Man, you need me," oh no. I don't need you. You need me as much as I need you.
We
Because
need each other.
right, because think about it. There gonna be a lot of things that only a woman can do, and then there's a lot of things that a man can do
Now,
that a
now,
woman
now
can't.
let me elaborate further for all you trolling ass motherfuckers. When we say that, we mean that, like any facet of life, certain titles are able to approach it with certain beneficial means.
Right. Right.
A
We can't
man
breastfeed a
is
kid.
able, for example, girl I was with, she has a lower voice, so it sounds almost fake. As a man, if she has any issues, as her man, she has any issues she has to do call customer support, I handle that for her. If there's an annoyance, I make sure, because once they hear my voice, it's like, oh, let's not try to play this because he does not sound small.
Right.
But on the female tip, females are able to diffuse a lot of situations that don't need that call for the assertive tone. So it's a balance.
Right.
I need you just as much as you need me. You need me for protection and that aggression and that natural output for aggression that you don't have to do. But I need you to understand and acknowledge and accept that as a man, I do have a softer side. And if I don't acknowledge it to anybody else, I need to acknowledge to you as my woman, as my other half. That's how we need each other outside of procreation.
Right. So which lead me to going back to these Instagram thoughts. It's great that y'all get y'all hustle on, but don't make it seem like it's how can I say it, that you're getting all this money for your sugar daddies or from your ventures, from your OnlyFans, that all of a sudden you're this big thing now that, you know, now I got, so there's like I want to say this one chick, Jenna Shea. I know I'm getting close to her name. And I followed her for a while. She's an escort. And I just hated how when she was on her, and I still follow her, she hasn't posted anything in a while, but when she would post stuff, she would be like, ladies, I want to show you how you can get this money and all this stuff. And I'm like, you just sell your ass. You just sell a dude to spend the night with you to hit, and you charge a price for it. There's nothing spectacular about that. As much as you got people that work regular jobs every single day and don't like it, they're not going to call that a freaking career. It's just something to put the food on the table, keep the lights on, maybe something to use part of that money to start their own hustle.
Exactly.
But you are just sitting there saying, ladies, this is what you need to do, and da 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 da. Why can't she just be a model and just take pictures? Now, you got Instagram models that actually do good. So I'm not going to try to put all the Instagram models all in this one box, because you got Instagram models that's actually trying to model. You got those that trying to get into acting. You got those that actually have skits. And I followed those type of Instagram influencers. And obviously I know that you follow them too. You got those that's music. So we got to keep it 100. It's just the Instagram thoughts is making it bad and making it worse for everybody. While they sitting there going to the Bahamas, going to the Keys, going to the Knicks Laker game, going to the Knicks Cowboys game, or whatever. Or they're chilling with my boy Lewis Hamilton. Understand, like I said, and I always say this, and even B's mentioned it, I don't knock nobody's hustle. If that's how you make your money, that's great. But this is when I have an issue with your hustle. Like, you make it seem like you worked hard for this shit. That you worked your blood, sweat, and tears to get to this point. That's when I have the problem. That's when I have the issue where you feed off somebody's emotions. But then when people come at you, now all of a sudden, I'm hating. I'm a hater. I'm a freaking coon. I'm Sambo, you a soft little boy, all this stuff. But let me ask you this. If for some reason that's all stripped away, let's say Instagram just says, you know what, for anybody who does not have a job that contributes to an actual career, where you can't put in a W-9 slip or a 1099, if you do not do that with an actual job, that you got an LLC or a freaking S corp or an actual corporation, you will no longer have an Instagram profile. If your business is not registered as an LLC or an individual, S corp or a corporation, we're going to take it off. Then what are you? What are you? I will tell you who you are. You will be no different than a hooker on the side of the street.
Ain't that true?
No different. You no different. I may be coming at your heart, but I'm sorry. Somebody had to do it. You ran for Kevin Samuels to do it, or you ran for me and Beast to tell you. And I'm trying to be nice with this, but y'all just make it seem like it's a career, just something you'll do for the rest of your lives. But unfortunately, we're not always going to be looking this way. Beast is not going to look like this 30 years down the road. I'm not going to be looking like this 30 years down the road. Things that we'll be able to do and move, we won't be able to. We can still do it, but not as fast or more agile as we used to be. So while you still slinging your ass all over Instagram and all these freaking basketball players and all that stuff, realize, like this saying that at first when you hear it, it's corny, but damn it, it has a life lesson to it. You are what you eat. You are what you hate. You are what you use.
Yep.
Me just saying that. You may say, Morris, what you talking about? That sounds corny. Let's stick with you are what you use. When you have people that use cocaine, you think they're still going to have those beautiful features that they had before they was using cocaine? Or you going to start seeing their face look like they haven't eaten for days and nice pearly whites turning into freaking yellow stains like they've been drinking coffee without brushing their teeth for years. And let's say they just started last month and teeth falling out their heads. And they 27 years old, looking like they freaking 60. So
a long time.
Right. So in your terms, Instagram thoughts is this. You start becoming the sugar mom. Hear me out. Remember I said that you not gonna be able to do this forever. So with Brittany finally, I don't know, hopefully she don't have no more kids. So with Brittany having this kid, I wonder what she gonna tell her kid, but you know what, that's for a different story. But Brittany, you gonna get older. You gonna get older. You gonna get older. You gonna get older. And guess what? When your kid finally hits 18, you know that check ain't gonna be coming no more. And by that time, you probably already roughly in your 40s, 45, maybe 50. Mm-hmm. Who knows? That money's gone, baby. Your kid's off to college, so you better hope that your kid is just as agile as your baby daddy. Because that's the only way you're going to bring money in. Or if you make books along the way of your sexual escapades.
And not everybody can be a superhero.
Right. So what I'm saying is when the cash cow runs out of milk, what's next? Or all these young guns that you used to get are like, push it to a side, then what? Now you gotta downgrade yourself to being a sugar mama. Let's say you saved all that money. Now, those players, or maybe thoughts that are dudes, are going to take advantage of you. While you sitting there paying them all that money and all that stuff, you seeing them enjoy themselves with other females while your heart's broken. You're probably there with your dog and your dog Chico and your cat Fifi, just wondering, where my baby at? Where my baby at? And then I think social media is still going to be existing during that time. And you looking, strolling through your feed, and you see your little baby out there trying to make some babies, if you catch my drift. Driving your car. Living in your town shares. Taking your helicopters. Mm-hmm. Oh, not to mention taking your limitless credit cards, using it, spending it on unnecessary shit, on the new Jordans, maybe even some Reeboks. Hell, he probably just used that damn credit card just for the freaking get a hot dog on the side of the street because he can. So realize what you are doing is going to have a repercussion. It's going to eventually come back to you.
Yes, it is.
Karma is an investment. I just got to call it like this. Karma is an investment. I always say life is an investment. Whatever you put into it, you will get back tenfold. And then karma is going to come back just in case you ain't paid the piper. And karma don't care who you are. Don't care if you're the president of the United States or you a queen of freaking England. When the karma is like, you short, they're going to come knock on your door and they're going to collect. And eventually, it has not set in for her right now, and she's not the only one. It has not set in for them yet, but trust me, give it a few more years. You can start to see all of her world just crashing down. And that one day where she's going to have to explain to her son, hopefully that's her only kid, that she's going to have to sit down and explain to him what happened.
It's going to be explained to him, not him.
It's going to be explained to him. Yeah. And it's going to be a conversation that I know she's going to regret having. And then all the things that she done, not only to PJ, but to any other athlete, to any other celebrity, it's all gonna come back to it, just like freaking Scrooge on Christmas night, getting visited by all the spirits. But for her, all the dicks that she's jumped on. And yes, I said that. Every single one of them slap her up in the face and like, I gotta tell my son that in my past life I was a hoe. And I actually appreciated that. But now I got to tell him. Like, not trying to go too much off the rail. You got people like Jocelyn Hernandez. Oh my gosh, don't get me started on her. But I'm gonna get started on her anyway. That she is a huge thought who can't sing that one song that everybody is hyping on. I'm like, yo, that song is garbage, but that is her stick. That's her stick. I got titties, I got ass, even though I paid for it. And I got a reality show. And I just bash people and make them feel worse about themselves. And just be reckless. And this is how much money I make. And she got a kid. Which I'm happy that the judge was like, you're not fit to be a parent. We gonna give your kid to your full custody to Stevie J. Now I'm not saying Stevie J is
pause on that moment right there. The fact that this man already got grown ass children, like he got a couple mid-20s children, and the fact that he's already been arrested for being $1 million behind on child support, and the judge still said he is the better parent. Ooh, that motherfucker don't sing right there, boy.
Yeah.
That's because she was a hot comb on the back of the neck right there, boy. Ooh.
And people have to understand too, whatever you put on the internet, it's there forever. No matter if it is social media, it's there forever. Like this video, what we're doing right now, is forever. Somebody or anybody or any, that's what I'm talking about, dog. If she wants to settle down, if she wants to settle down, and this not only goes for Brittany, this goes for all y'all Instagram thoughts out there. Y'all realize y'all are hurting yourselves when y'all really want to settle down with the right person. Y'all don't even realize that. Because all these guys that y'all going after, guess what? You gonna get with that one guy that y'all truly didn't want. And you realize you hurt the wrong person that probably could have set your life straight, got you all the things you wanted, most of all made you happy, have all the kids you want, and you make him happy. That you don't have to show your ass on the Instagram and all that stuff. When people say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, at times I believe I agree with that to an extent, but y'all are making it hard for people to even just say they disagree with that statement and just be like, yeah, it's true. Can't turn a hoe into a housewife. But the bad thing is, it's not even that no more. Y'all turning it into a career. But just like all careers, you gotta retire. You gotta get out some way, somehow. And like they always say, sometimes you're not gonna come out alive. And I'm not talking about just the life yourself, but the life in your body to your death. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the life that comes with it. I'm talking, like I said about earlier, about, you become what you use. If the money runs out, what you got. Or if you're smart and you save the money, you be doing the same exact thing that all the sugar daddies was doing for you when you was young. And you go to feel that emptiness that they felt. So you're not going to come out alive. Well, that lifestyle. Who are you going to take with you? Who are you going to take with you rather than a kid and some pissed off dudes that have been paying child support to you for the longest, for 18 years of the kid's life? And even majority of them, those kids are not even theirs, but they've been paying.
I Ooh, I was just about to go there. How many brothers are paying child support on the same kid?
Mm-hmm. Because that's gonna
You
be a
got 5
repercussion
brothers
with
out
that.
here hating each other, talking about thinking,
For have no reason.
thinking for no why? Because you and remember we were talking about the video I saw earlier, the girl that accidentally did that on the first date.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Brief story. IG model, so-called model, goes on a first date with a gentleman that knows of her through a mutual friend.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the mutual friend seems to be the sexually enlightened type. And she inferred to him that the model was like-minded. So they said, hey, let's go to a party. Remember how I said party.
Oh boy.
They go to this party, and let's just say it was rather shagadelic, baby. Yeah.
Hey, I think I found that video. I think I found it's like
accidentally slept with 50 people on the first date because my first date took me to an orgy, a swingers party. And I just decided, hey, when in Rome, ain't nothing about that fucking story accidental.
Let me see. I really want us to look at that. Let me see.
Now I watched it because the title alone just caught me off guard. How do you? That is, I thought getting caught in the bed, like penis in PNV, and then saying it was an accident or I slipped. I thought that was like the dumbest shit you could say when it comes to sex. You accidentally joined an orgy and got banged by 50 different people. We can't even say dudes. We say 50 different people. How the fuck?
Wow.
There is no fuck. Even Mr. Magoo with his half-blind ass couldn't stumble into a goddamn orgy like that. Where your vision looking like?
Well, you know what? We're going to watch that video, but it's a 46-second video. But we're gonna calm down a little bit, get to our corners, and we will be right back on this crazy story, ladies and gentlemen. So this is probably not the video that Beast was.
No.
Oh, this is it. Okay, cool. That's perfect.
That's the one.
Okay, cool. So let's go in ahead and let's see for ourselves.
Accident on my black ass.
Oh, whoa.
Now, what? Now, where in there did you get the sense of accident? Like I accidentally found $100 when I went to the store because it fell out of somebody's wallet when they drove off.
All right. Okay. So, good point. So let's go back here like one by one. So, okay, she's 24, who lives in Malibu, California. That's a very rich, affluent area.
Okay. Number one. No. Let's look at your name. Why you got a porn name? I can't treat you respectfully.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that.
Your name is Kazumi Squirts.
Whoa, I didn't even catch that. Oh, well, I can't believe
Just let that resonate within your spirit. Ladies.
Oh my gosh.
If you ain't doing porn or engaging as a sex worker legitimately, stay the fuck away from your mama. Your mama might name you Kazumi. She damn sure they name you Squirts. You're not from the family Squirts. And I got a slave name. So I would know something about having a different last name.
Look.
Well, come on now, boo-boo. How am I for real? How am I supposed to respect you and treat you like a lady and be a chivalrous gentleman? Bitch, your name usually follows BBC or other terms for search engines.
Yeah,
that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, I didn't even catch that. But so the next thing was we were in the car heading to a restaurant when he started telling me about a party. Oh, I mean, okay. I mean, on a casual night when you hang out with anybody, with your friends, somebody's always going to be like, one person going to be like, either you have that one person could be like, yo, where the party at? Or two, man, I know a party's that's going down here. Those are only two things you hear about a party. Only two. Maybe once in a while we should start our own party, but that's something that you would do weeks in advance, to get all the logistics, what to do and all that stuff. But on a regular, like Friday or Saturday night, one of those two things is going to be said by somebody, where the party at, or I know of a party that's going to be over here, over there. So for her saying that, it's like, okay. So she goes on to say that. Then she goes on to say, we got there and opened the door and we spotted his friends with loads of guys in various states of undress. First of all, if I was ever, what's that movie that Tom Cruise and his then wife, Nicole Kidman, Eyes Wide Shut, where when you walking into an area where you got people with a strange ass mask and freaking suits or draped in freaking black coverings and stuff, and they just watching people do the do, and you got to go up to the three masters and they sit there and tell you to take off your clothes and all that stuff. First of all, if I ever seen something like that, I'm like, dude, I'm out. Well, what's that one song? Fuck this shit, I'm out. Fuck this shit, I'm out. No, I'm like, no, I'm turning. I'm asking questions. First of all, she messed up when, okay, so remember I said the party thing. One person said that, where the party at, and then the one person said, I know where this party is. Don't you think the next thing that comes out your mind is, well, not mine, but out your mouth, who's going to be there, number one? Whose party is it? What type of party
is it? That's, word, this what we doing?
Yeah. Like those my questions. I just don't want to, because I made that mistake going to parties where, one question is asked, like, whose party is it? It's Lully's party. Okay. I don't know Lully. So I'm like, okay, cool. If she knows and we all together, I believe it's cool. Go up in there. You the only spooks there at the party. And you know what type of parties I'm talking about. And they ain't playing no Keith Sweat. And you like, we just gonna post up by the car right here. We if you need anything, just let us know. But we're gonna be right here. And I will be asking questions because number one, I don't want to look awkward. Number two, that the atmosphere ain't right. And then number three, if it's a costume party, I don't want to stick out like a freaking sore thumb, because you got a lot of parties that got themes with it too as well. and you coming up in there with regular clothes or coming in from, let's say, from the beach or something, you gonna stick out. And so I will be asking questions, like, oh, like for real. So for her not asking questions, she either number one really trusted this dude on the first date, which is kind of odd, or number two, or knew. Yeah, I was about to say, oh, she already knew what she was getting herself into. So that took me by surprise. But as we continue to go through, then she said, we already discussed. There we go. We already discussed my interest of swinging parties, but I couldn't believe he had brought me to this party.
Pepper, you knew exactly what it was. You knew what it was.
So, which leads me to this. What's the issue? What's the issue? You know, it's like if I know it'll be a day when Beast comes over here to Seattle, and I'm like, dog, hey man, you like cigars? He could be like, yeah, but he said, but I like me a good old fatty blunt.
Damn right, I'm gonna take both of them.
He shouldn't be surprised when I go pick him up, and in my console, I'm like, dude, all the blunts and cigars you want. He shouldn't be surprised. Well, he should be surprised.
I might fucking
like,
cry.
Damn.
No,
like,
I'm gonna be surprised. I'm only gonna be surprised if it's nothing but games and Bluntville's. Like if I go see this man and he just gives me nothing but a duffel bag full of silver and diamond games and backwoods, I would be surprised to the point where I might have to question my sexuality because I never really felt such an urge to kiss a man, but it not be sexual. That's just the type of love and surprise I would have. Like, nigga, you know me. Like,
yeah,
I feel accepted.
Right. It's like it's a warm
welcome to Seattle. I told myself I wasn't gonna cry. Like,
right. And so
this nigga got me out here crying this shit.
See, that's the thing. I know that, but you'll be surprised that I had it right there ready for you. Not only just ready for you, already rolled up, already be like, hey man, I got a light for you too. I have another female. Go ahead, line them up. Imagine if you had the rest of the fellas, the rest of the crew from Scott's Society, by the way, all come in, and from Daddy Daycare, all come and ride and see all this shit. Knowing that y'all like that shit, y'all like, man, damn, we wasn't thinking that you would go out like that, boy. It's like shit. Like, talk about a welcome. This is welcoming committee. This is beyond us. So she should not be surprised that they talked about it before, that she wasn't expecting that. Like, come on. Like, come on now. Right. So, and using that same story with me coming to pick you up, like all that stuff, and me driving out and I'm smoking on a freaking cigar, and you like, in your mind, you're like, this motherfucker, he know I like cigars. He ain't gonna give me a cigar.
I couldn't get a Cohiba, damn.
Right.
I took a Honduran.
Right. I'd be a rude ass host. But for this girl to sit there and just say we talked about it, but I was surprised that we went to it. You knew the deal. You should have been jumping up for joy. It's like you're playing victim, but you love playing victim, if that makes sense.
No. It is, you're bragging while playing a victim, which is the dumbest shit ever. Right. That's like me being the man, like, oh man, can't believe I fucking had to go to work today, man. Fuck around and they done shit some weed from a wrong package and this shit landed in my job and I found it, ain't nobody know. I walked out with like goddamn 15 pounds. Fucking bullshit, man.
It's a damn shame. And then look, and this shit points out that this is important to stick to your own boundaries and not someone else's. What? That
bitch, what?
That don't make no sense. Y'all talked about it.
No, I'm about to get real disrespectful. I'm about to get anime.
Go.
Anime, fuck is you talking about? Fuck. No. Ladies, men are sexual deviants. We know you are too. That's why we figure out what our fetishes are. Because we get around the right woman that either lets us do it or puts us onto it.
Right.
So we know y'all nasty. We know that. That's why we nasty. Because you nasty. And you let us be even nastier. But don't say and try to play this shit up like it's something. I always have an issue with whores that try to be nuts. I understand that Mary Magdalene was a whore before she met Jesus, and she was a whore after she met Jesus. A divine whore, but a whore nonetheless. But Mary Magdalene at no point ever tried to fake the fucking funk on who the fuck she was and what the fuck she done. She'd be respectful, she'll be clever, she'll be eloquent, whimsical, and all a whole bunch of other referential words, but she's not gonna fucking lie. Bitch, you went to a fucking orgy with a dude on the first date and had a baller ass time. The fact that the story doesn't end with you walked into the building and I saw my friend, our mutual friend, surrounded by men in multiple forms of undress. If the term immediately or without conscious thought don't perceive that statement, there's nothing accidental about it. There's nothing victim about it. You was a hoe and you had a hell of a hoe night and you wanted to brag to motherfuckers about it, but you didn't want to be labeled a hoe. Guess what, boo-boo? We all fucking hoes.
I mean, everybody got with somebody.
Your grandmama's a hoe. You know how I know your grandmama's a hoe? Bitch, because you a hoe. You think you the only one in your family learned to suck dick like that? You think you the only one that knew how to do that twitch or that special thing? No. Your grandma, your nana, your mima.
You're not the one. You're not the only one in your family that broke the mold. Trust,
especially if you look like grandma. Especially they tell me you look just like grandma when you were her age. Oh, your grandma was definitely a hoe. Whatever you was doing, grandma was doing it, but better. And still then also look like a fucking lady the whole time.
And fellas, we fall in that category too. You remember that you remember that one part of the video where they called your damn uncle a sweet dick Willie. You thought you was putting it down to ladies, but your damn uncle sit there and said, "Son, that runs in the family, dog. You just keeping on the lineage."
Look, until you done had females have a conversation about family members and it happens to turn into you. I've had that conversation he talking about where they're talking about my uncle and they're being very honest in it. And then somebody asks, well, how is the son? Because he looked just like him. So is he just like him? And mama was like, yes. And then somebody said, what about Beast? I'm not going to give you my government. What about him? Because they all look alike, they all act alike. And I was in the building. I just overheard the conversation, and I just heard her say, "Well, I don't know. Probably. I mean, shit, his foot big, just as big as theirs. So I don't see why not." And then I hear, "Hey, Bees, once again, you're not gonna get my government. Such and such need to use your phone real quick." Can she use your phone to make a call? Her phone not working right. It's like 60 out loud. Like 60 out loud here. And you want to use my phone? All right, bet. Let me unlock it real quick. Really, I'm just going ahead to the little gallery because every man got that one good picture. That's so flattering. What's the number? Oh, here we go. Just pull up the call screen. There you go. And just walk back in the building and just waited. They saw the picture. Well, I guess y'all heard West. Well, I guess they are related.
Oh wow!
So Cesar, that shit's real.
As we proceed with this crazy story, so then she goes on. I wasn't going to push myself, but 50 was what I wanted. 50 is what I get. Which, ladies and gentlemen, just contradict everything that she said about, mainly about she was surprised about it. How you it's like going to McDonald's, getting a double cheeseburger. Well,
nowhere.
I wasn't expecting cheese on it, but it was a good burger. You ordered it.
For what it is. Because notice how she kept saying 50 is what I want. There's no gender ever specified. So let's just go down to basic, simple math that numbers everybody can understand. 50-50, since we're throwing out 50. How do you accidentally fall on top of 25 penises and have your face fall into 25 different vaginas?
Well,
please explain to me the gyroscopic dynamics of your gravitational pull that is way more out of whack than any slinky, any crash test dummy, any Rock'em Sock'em robot, Slim Jim, Stretch Armstrong. What's the fucking things we had back in the 80s? The little squids that you used to throw on the wall and just watch the motherfuckers drip down.
Slime shit. No,
yeah, you're damn. Bitch, you the GOAT. Like you are the Dalai Lama of yoga. If you out here have the flexible dexterity to bunny hop 25 times, that's a lot of pressure on the core muscles and the hips. Girl, you might need to go to a chiropractor, get your shit realigned.
Look, okay.
And then your breath. Your breath. I ain't even done. We gotta get on the breath. We gotta talk about your breath.
Look. Let's there's been a couple
Smelling like
times
Captain D's on a hot summer day. And the AC don't work.
Makes salmon smell good on a hot day. First off,
she made 3-day-old salmon microwave in the work microwave seem pleasant.
Oh damn! Oh yeah, that's bad. You can't do worse than that.
You know the rule. No fish at job. No fish in the microwave at the job.
Oh hell no! And then not to mention with the side of sour milk. Anyways, my point is this. First of all, on the orgy part on that, any dude that now look, I don't got no shame. I don't got no shame in my game. Everybody watch porn, and it's cringy for me to even watch freaking orgies sometimes because you got some dude that's gonna have the faith to sit there and kiss the girls after her mouth.
It's always a bad angle you go catch.
Right, after she fellatioed majority of the dudes, including yourself. And you're the only one that kissed him. And did I see the reaction of some of the dudes, even though I know it's acting, sitting there looking like
it's not acting. That's not acting. That's not acting. They really looking though like, oh. See, this is why we don't invite you to shit. You always gotta be fucking extra.
Right. It's like, look, these women are fine. We get it. But I don't even do that with my wife. Well, I would do it because that's my woman, but still. Well,
look here. It's a difference between you and your woman. That's a straight line. There's a difference between her, me, other folk, a Vietnamese.
Yeah, some random. Right.
a
Random
French,
folks.
Norwegian, Aborigine, pygmy, and then you. Yeah, I would feel, nigga. I would feel as number two in this equation. I would feel like, bruh, no.
I'm selfish.
What you doing with your life?
Selfish. Look, I'm selfish. I look. I'm my girl is just like my food and how she is with me. We selfish. Like, nope. Like, I would never be like, hey babe, we should have an orgy because as much as let's say let's say threesome.
I'll be the asshole.
Us dudes. Like us dudes, we will always say, hey, can I get another female to join us? She's like, yeah. If I can have another dude, oh hell no.
Okay, so ladies, this is what y'all need to understand. Why? Number one, y'all are emotionally built to just be expressive and empathetic of each other when it comes to the form. I don't want to look at Donnell on the battlefield as he bludgeons a man with a battle axe and shoots another with a fucking musket. I don't want to look at his ass then. Every straight man is ugly to every straight man. We fucking hideous to each other.
Yeah, I got you shiver on that.
Straight men are so uncomfortable. We don't even like calling our own familiar straight men. Like my nephew, young men, handsome. And even then it's like, he better be dressed up. Like it better be Easter Sunday. Better have a suit on. Did he get a fresh cut?
Or you realize we use pause when we say things like that. We be like, yo, he look handsome. Pause. Like, dude, I'm not even trying to come at you that way, but you
even when you got
pause.
That's how you set up the explanation. I'm just saying, pause. Brother is handsome.
Pause. Yeah,
I can understand.
Yeah. Pause. Yeah, pause. But then you got people to just avoid it. You got brothers that just avoid like altogether. Like, man, you even just say you look good. It's like you hear a pause. It's like, but still, I see what you're saying. But going back on her, she wanted 50.
I think we had enough people do that.
Yeah, for 50, for 50 people. Like I'm really trying to think of. She said that the dude had all of his friends. Yeah, because now you got me thinking because I'm thinking to myself too, like, were majority of them dudes or
we're listening to this like a word problem. If she left the restaurant with him at 8:15 and they arrived at the home at 9:27, how many dicks were in the 50? What?
And then also you gotta think about it too. It's late in the night. Either they had no ass for the whole day, or they just been drinking on some damn Red Bull and some Viagra or whatever to keep them going.
It's just now here's my thing. Like the timing wise, because you bring up a good point. The time of it, because she said initially we were going on a date, and on the way to said restaurant, they were conversing, and this motherfucker knew what he was doing too. He knew what the fuck he was doing. He set the restaurant up on the path to the orgy, so we could just bypass it. Like say if she say yes, like her home, the restaurant, the orgy, it's a straight line.
Okay,
by the time we get halfway there, if we cool with it, we just gonna say fuck food because that's what she said. She said we was gonna get it. We said no, we'll go check out the party before food. Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, for me, it's like now I gotta think what they ate before they went there. It had to be something like
Waffle House. I tell you what she ate afterwards.
It's a lot of questions that comes up with this whole entire story. But for her to get the business done on her by 50 people that we don't know,
we have to stress.
I don't know.
Hold on. I just thought about something else. And God don't hate me. Let me in heaven for saying this, but I got to speak the truth. What year is this?
2020. Oh shit! I know what you're saying. God damn it.
2021.
2021.
We forgot a variable in this math equation for the number of 50. X being man, Y being female. You forgot Z being trans. How many halfways, how many others was in that equation as well?
And then also you gotta think about it too, where she make it sound like she was. I hate to put her in this. You know what? She make it sound like she was a guinea pig.
Yeah,
but
that's what I'm saying. Go back to the time frame.
Yeah,
you walk in. You walk into foreplay.
The visual.
Like,
the visual.
I'm just saying,
killing me.
Using the words and using the verbiage. I'm gathering. I'm setting up a scenario of you're walking into this said party after all the colloquial party festivities have happened and people feel comfortable with each other. So you came straight to the orgy. So how did my man's time it just right to walk into that motherfucker and not only everybody already down for the get down, but the one person that y'all already know in this bitch is front center in various stages of undress.
Right. So she makes
that
it
is
seem
some
like
superfluous timing right now. Batman ain't got timing like that.
And it goes back to what you were saying. So going by her story and going by your logic, that when they got there and the door was open, they were just sitting there just in wait, butt naked, just waiting on her. She's the star of the show. Or he texted them saying like drinking on some freaking champagne and all this stuff. Because I guarantee you, this is being in Malibu. You know, it's going to be pretty upscale.
Oh, hey, look,
probably somebody doing a line.
No. Oh, a line. There's
lines,
at least
many lines.
There's a couple sheets of notebook papers worth of lines being done. You definitely know they got some servants half naked to full naked with eyes wide shut, mask on, feeding motherfuckers like Caligula and grapes and shit.
Yeah.
No.
If you go by right, but I'm telling you, for many orgy stories and even watching porn, they just don't wait on somebody. Everybody, like you said, is already getting down to get down. Now you got to get in where you fit in. Unless old buddy, even while they getting down, her old buddy said, "Hey, the guest of honor's here." Everybody said, "Yeah, woo!"
He treated that girl like the cool black guy at every white party. Hey, everybody! Yeah. Guess who showed up? Jamal! It's a party now, dude! Hell yeah!
Man,
nah.
I'm gonna have to tell the visuals killed me. So yeah,
I'm hearing 7 aces, 10 twos. This bitch said she got 12 jacks and a golden king of diamond. I call bullshit, bitch. Show me them cards. Run them motherfucking cards. I know bullshit when I hear it, man.
But I'm gonna tell you about stories like this. This is all the things we were saying. This girl right here sums it up. She sums it up about Instagram thoughts and all that stuff. It's just like they do it, and then when you ask them why they do it, they don't know. You got some of them that's down for it.
I'm just living my best life right now.
Mm-hmm.
Really?
Yeah. You got some people that use it as a career. Yeah. You got people that use it as a career, and then you got people like this one right here that just like, I did it, you know. See, it's a fantasy and all that stuff.
I'm gonna tell you the issue. The issue is too many, all you women out here, all you IG models, too many of y'all was told you was pretty, but none of y'all hugged and told I love you. That's the fucking problem. Right. That's the goddamn problem with all of you.
I'm telling you.
Because y'all equate too much of your worth and your actual being into your physical appearance. Boo-boo, you're not going to look like that fucking forever. Do you think I shot out the womb at 6 foot, 260 pounds? You think I came out the womb like this? No, my mother would not have made it. I had to grow into this, and I'm gonna keep growing after this. So in about 10 years, aside from the hair being a little lighter, hopefully I'm a little skinnier, I'm probably gonna look different.
Right. And for her, if she continues on this path, she is going to be with the cat and be with the dog all by herself. Because men nowadays are more observant. They go look at this story, or they go look at her Instagram, or hear stories around Malibu or wherever she goes, and he gonna be like, second thought, we could just be friends. And he gonna friend zone you. Not only just friend zone you, he gonna end zone you and leave you there. And so this is why you got people like Kevin Samuels just going to be here for a very, 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 very long time. And when Kevin Samuels is dead and gone, knock on wood, there's going to be somebody else going to take the mantle, because there's going to be women like this that's going to continue to do it. Not only just bashing women, I'm not going to sit there just going to bash them. You got men there doing it, but women are the ones that are making a career out of it. And unfortunately, she's going to, this girl right here going to live for herself.
Of all you women, be like, he only bashed women. No, he bashes dudes, but dudes got enough fucking common sense to just fall back and listen. And
yes,
men that have listened to this motherfucker for more than 3 minutes, no, if I'm not in a position to at least verbally, through audio, convey my confidence in my answers that this man is going to ask me, I'm better off just fucking watching and typing in the comment section. Nah, so a lot of them brothers are just as fucked up, and he go in on us too.
Yeah, he does.
He go in on us because we got some fucked up ways about us too. But men are more able to understand and acknowledge our faults. Men, not beta bitches, not simp niggas, not any other falsity or pseudonym for fake men out here. A true man knows he ain't perfect. Right. Know he got some fault about him.
And with that, that was a crazy conversation we had. But Beast, we got a community to go to. We got to head to Beast community. What do you got on tap for us? I know it's not going to be no orgy now.
No. We're gonna keep talking about what we're talking about, man, when it comes to this. Because we see this prevalent. We've been seeing this in the community. Them pretty mamas, them bitter baby mamas. They used to be pretty, but they let anger and bitterness fatten them up. You see all this type of shit in there. And the kids catch it the worst. But the kids are the ones that really see what's going on in the community from that.
Yeah. I get ready to say 1 kid, 2 kids, 3 kids, 4. But other than that, everybody get your ass in the car. We got a community to head to. Beast.
Go. Y'all remember the dozens, right? You know, your mama so fat, your mama so this, your mama so that. In urban communities, these were colloquial terms of affection as well as testing grounds for one's mental fortitude. Now, we've been talking about earlier is how a lot of these IG models want to fake the funk and go out of their way to be lazy to get what they want and involve children and extra folk in it. You see that shit all the time. Everybody grew up with that one family that all look fucking different. Mama high yellow, but every fucking child is damn near every other shade of brown. All of them got different features. Maybe 2 of them look alike. But it's either the 2 that's closest in age or some rabbit weird shit, the oldest and the 4th. That just lets you know the first nigga came back. And we know that because kids in the neighborhoods and the communities, they're outside. They're playing. At least they used to. But by way of doing that, you would see and catch shit that you really didn't understand at that moment until you got grown and saw the same situation happen as an adult. Now you're like, oh, I see what's about to go down now. Uh-huh. Yeah. So ladies, if you feel as though finessing multiple dudes to take care of you and facilitate your wants and desires, not supplement your needs and necessities, I always remember that the kids that you bring into this equation, those checks, they got to go out to this community and deal with the other children from a lot more stable, structured, or far more dysfunctional homes that ain't got no filter on their mouth and have no problem asking, why different dudes be coming over to pick up your brothers and sisters? Like, why when your daddy come, he don't never take your brothers? That's because we got different daddies. What about your sisters? You got a different daddy too. We all got different daddies. Damn. And then they get around their parents and start hearing words like, my mama said that's a hoe. Man, my mama ain't no hoe. My mama ain't no. Yeah, your mama is. He grow up and end up being one of them baby daddies with one of your baby mamas who got multiple baby daddies and wondering how the fuck you found yourself to that. It's because your mama was one. She tried to clean it up, try to play it off, try to spin it in her favor. You know, she might have had 6 kids, but only 2 of y'all she really wanted. The other 2 she used for checks, and the other 2 she don't even remember getting pregnant with you, but she getting a check off of you. She's not gonna tell you that. She's not gonna tell you that she only had you because she figured your daddy was gonna stay around, but she didn't know that he was already married to another bitch. They're not gonna tell you that. That shit you gotta find out later on in life. Thus, putting you in this weird time loop to repeat their mistakes and have them implanted upon your life and transfer down to the next generation. Thus, slowly destroying the community within. Because we always gonna see it. We always gonna talk about it. But children are gonna be blunt about it. Because they're the first ones to see it. And in a lot of these situations, they're the main ones dealing with it. So before you think that making a little community of bastard welfare checks and tax credits is a good deal, it's good for you, it might be in the short term. But like Donnell said, you got to have that conversation with that child or with them children later on in life and explain to them, especially if they find out the truth. A lot of you women out here that lie to these kids, making them think their daddies never wanted shit to do with them. Meantime, the daddy been fighting fucking depression for the last 30 years because he ain't seen your ass. Been drinking himself stupid, got psoriasis of the liver because your mama wanted to be a spiteful bitch. Now you're realizing the parent you were supposed to be fucking hating your whole life is the one you've been living with your whole life. That's a fucking weight to deal with, if I can tell you that right now. But I digress. Whatever you do in the community to make your money and handle your business, do it. But if it involves creating new people or involves affecting other humans that ain't got shit to do with your decisions and your ignorance, don't fucking do it. All right, because you ain't gonna be pretty forever. That ass ain't gonna sit right. Them tits ain't gonna sit right. And I don't give a fuck how much collagen and Botox you shoot into your fucking body. It will never stay that way when you're 80, if God lets you live that long. Y'all see it. Though none of these old women that have been getting plastic surgery for years still got the same fucking body they had in their 30s when they first got it. Them tits eventually gonna drop. I don't give a fuck how big, how waterful and bountiful they are. Time and gravity always wins. So you better get some fucking personality and get an actual character about yourself if you're expecting a man or anyone to help you in any way. Because if not, you're a bane to the existence of the community, and you should be exiled immediately for the sake of the community. But that's my little rant for today. Once again, you got a problem with it, come at me. As you can tell, I'm always with the smoke, baby. So y'all come on back down. Let's have some more real conversations. I'm drinking brown today, but feel free to bring down that white. No peach, strawberry though. Y'all have a good one.
Beast always giving us a good farewell and a good goodbye. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the show. One quick little update. I am still currently working on the new cable. I've been partnered up with a cable company to offer up y'all to cut the cable with AT&T and all the rest of them to enjoy your service. Basically, I will offer you services soon dealing with cable. 3,000 channels of that.
In street terms, we are currently working with our chemist. He's found a new formula and a couple of extra additives. But that dope gonna hit the street now. And we're gonna have the keys for you.
Oh yeah,
so get your way right.
So watch out on Friday and all through this week. I will be marketing it and selling it to each and every one of y'all. And I cannot wait. Keep watching my Instagram because I will keep y'all all updated. But other than that, it's time for us to head on out. Beast, my bro. You did your thing, dog. Other way, right here. Did your thing, my bro.
You did your thing yourself, sir.
Yeah, most definitely.
Always.
You know we're gonna get a lot of heat for this. But anyways, we be back here on Friday, and me as your gracious host, John L. Lamonte Boris. Y'all have a great one. And
do you see how dark I am? All this melanin in my skin. You know I absorb heat. Bring it. I got dark skin and an extra lung. I want all the heat. I want all the smoke. I ain't gonna get no emphysema, no lung cancer from it. I'm gonna blow it right back out in your fucking face. Bring it, bro.
Well, there you have it. This has been another edition of #Fade to Black. We'd like to thank Cheddar Boy Popcorn for sponsoring the whole show, as well as Sky Zone Society for sponsoring Beast Community. We catch y'all on Friday. And remember, we control the narrative. Catch y'all later. Bye-bye, y'all. Peace. And up next, Bass and Fade.
God damn, I knew he was going to do it. Yes, it is.